I am rotated. It refuses. Why all of a sudden is this thing doing this to me?
Because you're not doing the usual shit.
I am, but it refuses to go. Yeah, and as soon as I do this, it tells me to go back up into this mode.
Oh, you're live.
Morning, Step Van Dan. This thing's telling me to rotate it the other way, but I'm putting it this way. I don't know. What does it look like on your end?
Side.
Did it turn sideways?
No, it's tipped
Yeah.
sideways.
Shit. Well, this blows. I have no idea why my phone refuses to rotate all of a sudden for this. Morning, Tony.
Morning, Tony.
Hey, Michael from Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Sorry, Randy. Morning, Diane. I've tried turning it, and it tells me to turn it back. I've tried. That's why I started it a second time to go through the whole process again, but it just flat refuses. My phone's having a bad day. Thanks, Vivian. What's a trip is all the other times that I've done live streams, I've done them exactly the same way, and they worked. So it's probably one of them deals where I've got to take the phone and turn it on and off. Yeah. Oh, if I just turn it, it'll sit there and tell me to turn it, but then it turns on your screens. Here, watch. I'll turn it.
Sideways.
So, and then if you try to tip your phone to look at it, it tips the film
Yep.
too. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what's weird. I don't know what's going on with it. So, what's everybody doing out there? Holy smokes. Hi, Debs, Linda, Raised by Wolves, Imperfect Lioness. Yep, still at Craigie Wash, Mike. Yeah, Deb, definite gremlins. Yeah, I think I need to reboot the phone. Laying on the couch. I believe Lori told me this morning 99 today.
Yep, 99.
New kitchen floor in the house. I gotta put a new roof on mine. Part of it, anyway. Well, it looks like, oh, yeah, I'm not very good at video games. Howdy, Fred and Judith. Yeah, Craigie Wash is a good place. Well, Mike, the van's running to the point where I'm not going to drive it anymore. I'm just going to go rent a U-Haul pickup and a dolly, and I'll drop my drive line on the van and tow it home. That's all I can do, or I can't find a shop yet. I'm holding out to try and find a slant six mechanic willing to work with me, and then all I got to do is tow it to the slant six place. It's pretty cheap to tow, so yeah, I definitely would rather be near the water. I'd rather be in Ehrenberg, not Hippie Hole. That's too far away. Howdy, Minnesota. See you later, Step Van Dan.
Hi, Dan. Bye, Dan.
Doing okay, Monroe. Well, ninth element, that's what happens when you drive a 51-year-old piece of equipment. It's bound to have a couple of problems. And the motor, I'm the person that put it all together, and it's 18 years now, and I've run the living hell out of it. Lori's been ridden with me a couple times. She knows. Yeah, I have no problems. When I put it together, I was working, so it was a toy. And that was what it was always going to be. Thanks, Tony. The reason I got that pile of firewood crap right there right now is because I haven't been lighting anything. The only time I try to light the fire anymore is just to burn all the cardboard. And last night it was too hot, so I didn't.
Hi, ninth element. Oh. Yep. I used the tent when I needed it, so that's all right.
Raised by wolves, Susan and Karen. Yep. Yeah, I'm. It's a 51-year-old vehicle, and by running it the way I did, I built it as a toy because at the time I was married and it was going to be my toy. We had 3 kids, and so little by little, when I could afford to, I put a few more bucks into the pieces that I was putting together. And so all it was supposed to be was something that went to the racetrack or around town, just not long distance trips and stuff. And then it became something else. Oh, God. No power. Once it warms up, it doesn't work, huh?
Deb's Vista. Well, we had a big gust of wind. Lasted for a few minutes, didn't it? A couple minutes?
Yeah.
And it was like a big tornado went through and just ripped apart my tent.
Yeah, it was unreal. I mean, it shut one of my doors, which was bungee corded open. That's all it did for me. It didn't hurt a thing. Emptied out part of the paper that was in the fire pit right there, and I had to go chase it down. But yeah, it was a real freak wind. Man, dust was flying, and I didn't look over at your place, to see what was going on until afterwards. Didn't realize it could have seen a tornado. Yeah, most of the people are moving north. Imperfect Lioness. It's supposed to be 99 today, and then over the 100.
102 tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, it's starting to get toasty. If the breeze is blowing, it's not that bad. I've already seen 99 inside the van here. And then if I get lucky, and that's the way it is, the shade from the back doors of the van I can go hang out in and outside or the bushes or something, and there's a breeze. So it's bearable. And then I'll soak my head and let the water run all over me, and that helps a lot. And that's the frustrating thing about the van motor. I don't want to drive it because I don't want to make it worse. So, and it's 2 miles down to the dang beach. Could be down there, swimming and stuff like that. Yeah, Mike, I agree. Yeah, I get it, Steve. And there's already been a fire up there.
Yeah, Tony, tell Rosie hi.
Yeah, tell Rosie hi, Rosie. Hi, Rosie. Can you hear me, Rosie? Howdy from St. Louis, Western Washington. Still in the 50s. Ew, that's too cold. I mean, it's not cold, but I don't know about the fires. Arizona does have fires, yeah. Rosie perked up. Rosie! Yeah, raining. Yeah, I would be happy to see a day of rain. Of course, it seems like that when I live at home. Lately, these last few years, with all the drought and everything, you're praying for rain, and it ain't coming like it used to. Yeah, so I checked on a U-Haul, and I get it for 4 days, and it only takes a day and a half to get home. So I'm hoping to be able to get it back home, and then I guess I'll just have to take it from there. Hi, Sabrina. Rain is back, yep. Well, the one nice thing about this whole journey, I guess, at this point, is that I'll be driving a pickup with air conditioning and power steering, and yeah, I'm positive I can fix it, but I can't do it here. I have to tear the whole motor apart. If it turns out it's a wrist pin, I got to pull a piston, etc. I should be okay, Marty. I mean, Tony. I mean, I'm just going to be towing the van with a U-Haul pickup and a dolly, so they should be trustworthy as hell. And then I'll put I have to drop the drive line, but that's 4 little bolts and some electrical tape, and slide it out and put it inside the van, and away I go. I have to get a couple of them magnetic lights to put on the back of the van too, because I don't have any wire connections to plug the van into.
Well, wouldn't the U-Haul have that?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Oh, yeah.
James, I'm not going to mess with the knock. I'm going to try not to drive it anymore. I'm going to just tow it home or tow it to a shop if I find one. I've been in my group, the Slant 6 group that I belong to, and looking for people that might be able to help. Yeah, that's the trouble, Racer, is my back. Makes life extremely interesting. The brain still works, except when I medicate it with bush beer. Then I can sleep. Stop worrying. I am getting extremely pissed off at the flies around here. And they're them little ones that annoy the heck out of you. Yeah, I'd like to be up in Sedona right now. Yeah, Jim. Almost any day now. I'm just waiting until I get sick of the heat. I'm just gonna go rent a U-Haul and tow it home. Yeah. Oh, you screwed up now. They're moving.
No, they're not.
They're certainly not mine. can still see them.
Oh, move your phone.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm gonna go.
I'm trying to stay in the shade, you know.
Yeah, show you the neighborhood. Okay, that's looking towards California, as Arnold would say. There's been a lot of people coming in and then only staying about a day and then leaving the next day. And there was quite a lot more camped up there for quite a few days, and they're all gone now. Down to what? I can see 1, 2, 3,
Less than a
4,
dozen
5,
around here.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And you make a dozen, yeah. Yeah, Florida's too damn crowded, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Morning. It's literally a day and a half. Lori and I left my place. Good.
We have mutual friends.
Oh?
I think so.
What?
Well, you got a station on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Blue Van Dan.
Yeah. He showed me your video and your property too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm doing a live stream right now.
Deep voice.
Yeah. I'm doing a live stream right now.
Awesome. She loves her magic bus on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you one of my cards later, brother.
Okay.
See you around.
Yeah, as you can see, there's all kinds of vehicles out here.
Morning, Mary.
Good morning. All right, get back in the shade. Sorry, but you're gonna have to see legs again. Yeah, there's nothing that really resembles shade, huh? Yeah, there's definitely people coming and going. I mean, and Walmart's what, a mile and a half away?
Yeah,
So
1.9 miles away.
1.9.
I checked it on my bike.
Yeah. Another fly bites the dust. Hey, Deutman. Welcome to the neighborhood. Yeah, Mike, get over here. You can chase me all the way home. All we got to do at my place is mow. Holy crap, Louise has cleaned it up like you can't believe. It's a completely different looking place now.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize the place in the pictures that she sent.
Yeah. Oh, I did immediately and went, holy. Yeah, and sit around the pond. Exactly. Plus, I got to take the cooler off the roof and redo the whole roof in that section right there, which means new 2x material, 2x6, 2x4, and new sheet metal. Yeah, imperfect Linus. Yeah, you could definitely meet up with a lot of people out here. The van's doing the same thing, Deb. I have a feeling it's something extremely important down in its guts, like a bearing from the sound it's making. And I also think I have a head gasket going out because when I drained the oil the other day, I found small amount of water down in the bottom. And yeah, that means the head gasket's going out. So I don't want to drive it anymore. I don't want to put any more miles on it because that's just going to destroy it even farther. You know, Jim, I was definitely thinking about a 318. Have been for years and years and years. Thing is, they have the same amount of torque as what this Slant 6 has. And so, other than the fact that a 318 is far more reliable and easier to work on, yeah, the water antifreeze in the oil. A slight amount of it. What was that?
Mike.
Who's doing Debbie?
I think he has to correct that sentence, or he just purposely did it.
Who's doing Debbie? Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. Yeah, I know you might. And you got one of them high-class vehicles that gets you where you want to go instead of sweating your ass off to do it. You just point it and say, giddy up. What temperature is it in here? Let me program it to be nice and cool. I've actually got 2 more bundles over there.
Yeah.
I've got 2 bundles of wood plus the pile in front of us, so I got firewood for a couple of fires, but I haven't been having them. So.
Yeah, why have a fire when it's hot out?
Yeah. Yeah, I got twin 55s on my van. Well, plus the 2 little vents at the feet. So that's my air conditioning. And you have to remember, I'm sitting with my elbow on my motor too.
Are you sure, Mike?
I would rather buy a long block and throw a long block in than I would to put a used motor in it. I can get a long block drop shift for about $1,500. That's a brand new long block. And I thought about going with a 318 and then just buying whatever bits and pieces I need, you know, carburetor, whatever, and throwing it in, because 318 is definitely, you know, it's, God, Mike, if I could put a 4-cylinder diesel in it, I would. Oh man, I would. I was just telling Lori that the other day.
Yeah.
I figured I would love to have a little diesel in it. I haven't been a truck driver all those years, you know. And then I could put a veggie oil tank under here, so I could run it on veggie oil too. Yeah. Yeah, 318. If I get one of those, I think they're about $2,200. new, long block. Then all I got to do is put all the accessories on it. Yeah, it's like this motor that's in here, Gordon. I built it from scratch. I took the block in and I took the head in and I had all the machine work done. And then I bought all the parts that I needed and I installed the pistons, the rings, the bearings, the cam. I had a custom cam ground by Iski. So this motor has a lot more torque than most slant sixes. Oh, it is real simple to work on. You just have to have the place to work on it, Terry. Huge backache, Debbie. That's why I don't do it. Unless I absolutely have to. Yeah, I figured I'd do a live stream because I'm too lazy to do a video. Let everybody know that I'm still alive. Haven't melted.
Not yet.
Yeah. 104 in a day. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a big project, Lioness. Well, I heard yesterday I looked and my gas prices in California are $2.29 to $2.89. That's way low. We were at 3 something when we came down here.
Yeah, 350, 60, something like that.
Yep. And then Lori going her way, she saw 106.
Yeah, back home, 106. Prices of gas have to get real low when you shouldn't be traveling.
Yep, of course. $125 in Michigan, $204 Costco. Wow. Alright. Yeah, I could answer the challenge question, huh?
Oh, and that's back home is La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Vancouver, Washington. I used to live in Goldendale. 118 West Michigan. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's the problem, You can't go anywhere. I don't know if there's a quarantine effect in.
I don't know. The stay-at-home order was until I think the 27th. So today is what? Something like that. I saw. I don't know if they extended it.
Yeah, I don't either. We don't know if they still have it. Yeah, 285 where Tony is over in Ventura. Yeah, that's what I was hearing. It was about 289 was the highest that I saw in California according to AAA. Yeah, good for you, Debbie. I only paid $250 for my van. Nope, Tony R, it's not fixed. I'm gonna end up towing it home. I have to dig into it deeper, take the oil pan off and check the bearings and the wrist pins. So I'm not going to do that out here in the desert. There's just no way. I'd rather do it in the desert of my yard.
Yeah, make another junk pile.
Yeah.
Since all of the other ones are gone, huh?
Yeah. The place is clean, so I can start filthying it up again. 239 and Utah. Tony, I can drive it, but I know the noise that it's making is just going to get worse and probably tear something up that's irreplaceable, that's done. I'd have to put a new motor in it. So that's where I'm at. And it's only going to cost me about $250 to get it home. And I already have that, so hey Marshall, you found us, huh? It says 147 watching now.
Huh? Who knew?
Yeah. Who knew? 147 watching. And this shows 48 thumbs up. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so that means I saw you on Friday too. Cool. Harold, he's in Sedona. Yeah, I wish I was in Sedona. He's up there now? We were wondering about him just yesterday. Nope, Debbie, I didn't. I'm still waiting on it. No, I haven't, Linus. I'm probably going to be heading back any day now. Probably this next week coming up. Unless a mechanic comes up out of the clear blue that's closer and I can get towed to him. I'm a member of a Slant 6 group, which is the motor, and there's guys all over the place, the U.S. that have these motors and work on them all the time, so she doing okay, right, Mike? Hey, Marty. Welcome to the neighborhood. Hey, Sonny. Come on. I dare you. Get near me again, and I'll splatter you all over the van. Hi, Sunny Shines. Yep. Saw that, Mike. I figured she's had enough. She don't need the stress of this.
Hi, Sonny.
Yeah, Tony R, she is. I'm not in a bad mood, Marty.
Me neither.
Yeah, we do a lot of giggling out here.
Yeah, I'm getting, even though it's really hot, I'm getting work done in my van and everything.
Yeah. Did you see all the crap she did to her van?
It's like the heat motivates me.
Yeah.
The cold weather depresses me.
Yeah, I loved your picture yesterday, Marty. That was great. I sent it to Mike and to Lori.
Oh, yeah.
How'd the flashlight work out for you? Okay, Dwayne. You too. Um, yeah, Mike, I know it. Yeah, Sonny. You know, crap happens. Yeah, Tony, I'm gonna be doing videos the whole time. Yeah, that just puts the view count up, the numbers count up for her too, Imperfect Lioness. Yep, I know. Raised by wolves. Yeah, Mike, I'll be doing videos on all that crap. It's one of them things that's, everybody says content, content. But, you have to want to, and you have to remember too. Yeah, Beatrice, me too. No, Marty, you know damn good and well. It's a picture. John Henry, that's a good one. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Linus. See, I don't put up with them on my channel at all. The second I see anything from any of them, um, I just immediately delete.
I removed a comment this morning.
Huh?
I removed a comment this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I don't. You've seen my version of editing, Raised by Wolves. I put a couple of videos together and forget which ones I've already put in there and end up repeating them. And yeah, I hear you, Linus. Well, I was with her for years, Mike too, and we watched all the comments and crap that they said, and just, it was just getting to her, you know. Teaser videos. I actually don't have much to say a lot of times, believe it or not. I have to get a few beers in me to start flapping my gums even more. Yeah, I know, Mike. Good.
Where's A1 Mountain Road?
I don't know. South of here.
Is that the south part?
I don't know. I think it is. I can't remember for certain.
I'm texting with Rachel. Remember Rachel and Donnie?
Yeah.
They had the taxi bike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. She thought A1 Mountain Road was closed.
Oh, well, if you
It's
like
6
it.
hours from here.
It's what?
6 hours. They're in Tucson Mountains.
Oh.
They've got property.
Oh, cool. Old broadcasting slop. Yeah, if you've done it and you like doing it, that's cool. I don't even want to learn it. I figured as much, Mike. It was always comforting to see that she was okay, and doing stuff. Well, I can feel the heat coming on. It says it's 89 in here and 82 underneath the van. I'm going to go lay underneath the van. A lot more swearing at subscribers. Yeah, Danny G. I was done with it. Hey Wes. Matter of fact, Lori's taking it and she's gonna play with it give it to her grandson when he gets out here. If he gets out here.
Yeah, if he gets out here.
Ooh, 62 in northern New Mexico. That's comfy. Oh man. Already getting hot out. Kaylee, hello. Yep. Well, I could if it weren't for the homeowners association. If the association ever gets disbanded, which it's been threatened a couple times in the years, um, then I could do it because then it'd be just the county I'd have to deal with. That actually has always been one of my, in the back of my head, goals was to buy a piece of property and on part of it put a small campground. Thanks, John Henry. Have a good day. Don't work too hard. Stay safe. Yeah, I know Carolyn leaving is definitely a bummer, but um, quite a few of us suspected that it could happen at any time. You know, there's too many nasty people out there, and it just kept getting to her. Period. Oh yeah, Tony, I plan on it.
Mikey or something else.
Yeah. That would be a good one, Mike. Just every day put one up. This is for all the idiots out there. Have a good day.
Yeah, different angles every day.
Yeah. Hi, Barbara. You got out of Red Bluff, huh? Bellevue, Washington. Wow. I worked up there. Yeah, I hope it does get disbanded. Makes it a little easier. Yeah, I know, Lioness. Danny. Just remember, Mike, if they start sending you money, remember what Danny G said.
um, Avon Mountain Road is 5 miles west of Flagstaff. Anybody know if that's open? Right Rachel saying that they heard it was closed.
No, Wes, I never have. Basically anymore. When I first put that oven together, these ovens together, we were the only ones that had the tubes. Now you can order them on, I think Amazon. They're like $92 plus shipping, and then you can make your own. I show in one of my videos. I took my smaller tube, my first tube, and I put it on, literally put it on my pillow. Made the aluminum foil plug and put a thermometer in it, and I cooked with it just sitting on a pillow. I call it Mike's Kiss Cam. Well, that's cool, Kim. We've got how many COVID-19s in this county? Did you say 400 and something the other day?
Um, yeah, and I think total of 3 deaths
Yeah.
deaths in this county.
And that was
Well, I think
2 or 3 days ago,
yeah,
at least.
but it hasn't gone up.
Yeah, so they're doing pretty good out here, I guess. But again, we're all spread out quite a ways. We're definitely holding our, keeping distance, etc. Everybody likes the idea of the ass channel, Mike.
Yeah, I would watch it. Just to read the comments.
Yeah, I know. How's the baby furniture going? Get it all done?
Yeah, Mikey's gonna be a grandpa. Is it the first grandkid?
We all tune in to watch Mike's ass and then give it a thumbs up. Yep. All right, Jim. You too. Have fun at work. Mike's deep thoughts. Geez, that almost looks like a goat out there, but it's probably just a bush. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, I can definitely see myself covered in water soon. Yeah. Thanks, Kim. Mike talking out his ass. All he's got to do is fart. Just upped it to May 15th. Huh.
Yeah, it's still morning here, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. 50 minutes. Yeah, ice money's the one thing. Until I get my own refrigerator. Good for you, Mike. Yeah, my boys are both working, you know, so there's going to be a lot of four-letter verbal encouragement. There always is with everything I do, especially when I get warm.
That's okay about the tent, you know. I used it when I needed it, you know.
Yeah.
Because I had to get everything back in my van again.
Yeah, now she just has to take it over to a dumpster and get rid of it.
Yeah.
Less stuff to carry, more room.
I went for a garbage run yesterday on my bike. And then I had to do a Walmart run too. Yeah, I totally forgot about taking the garbage with me. I got down to the road and oh shit, no, I'm not turning back.
Yeah, the no camping thing drives me nuts. Yeah, Kim, same here. And right now I'm feeling sweat, so there is definite humidity here. It's not it hasn't been quite as dry, but with the wind blowing, it cools you down if there is a breeze. And right now there's hardly a thing breezing out there, although I do feel some. Oh, I hate humidity, Linus. It kills me. Ooh, that's my next property if I buy one. I was hoping to get my place sold and then travel around camping and looking at places and going to different places till I found the right piece of property and buy another chunk. Yeah, I don't understand it being closed either, Sonny. I mean, distancing. Can't get much further distancing than we are out here. No Debs, nothing yet. Yeah, Marshall, there you go. Yeah, Linus, I'm the same. I agree. It just doesn't make any sense to close down places where
People are outside. It's
people are
ridiculous.
outside and away from everybody else. You too, Roger. Jeez, traffic out here is ridiculous. Right on, Mike. Yeah, Linda. Lake, river, hot spring shut down, but Pickup at brewery helps. Oh, it's your second grandkid. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You got a granddaughter. Yeah, Fiddlefoot. We're okay. Getting a little warm over here. Yeah, exactly, Sonny. I mean, the there's two rigs that I can see in my view right here. That's it. And they're, way on the other side of the road from me, and the wind blows towards them. So even if somebody sneezed over there, I'm pretty sure I'm covered. You too, Deb. Don't work too hard. Stay safe. I'm reading some of your comments.
I've got four grandkids. My oldest will be 16 this summer. Wow. And I'm still young. Mikey's an old man. He should have more grandkids. How old are you, Mike? Thanks, Ronald.
Where you at, Kimmy? Yeah, Sonny, I was on hers for a bit too. Last year, I swore that my the alcohol level in my blood kept me from getting the flu that everybody else got. And that's just cheap bush beer. Yeah, 4 hours drive east. Let me think. Truth or consequences. That's a nice area.
Yeah, I think I drove through there.
Yeah, maybe we should go over there. Yep. But I don't inject it. Yeah, it's zero.
Rachel and Donnie are in, they have a house in Vail, Arizona, just south of Tucson.
Wow.
We're camping away from it right now. by a little creek.
Yeah.
Says it's super nice.
Want us to come over there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can tow the van over there. Then all I gotta do is drop the van,
It's a 6-hour drive, she says.
and Kimmy says 4 hours to her place in Truth or Consequences.
She's got nomads staying at her house right now. That's why she's not camping at the house. She's hoping they leave in a week.
Lori's reading your comments, Ronald.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Yep. She's a very innocent woman. Just be aware of that.
I know I'm nice.
Yeah, right, Mike. Sober free zone. Coronavirus sanitation system. Yeah, there you go. Oh man, Summer Lake Mobile. As in going swimming in the lake and etc. etc.
I might do another garbage run today and then head to the beach.
Yep.
Hopefully nobody's there.
Tennessee Fiddlefoot. Yeah.
I know. I'll try to remember it this time.
Yeah. I'll take my air horn and sound it if I see you go by with nothing on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marshall, yeah. I got friends like that too. I like the one-stop shopping with the hand sanitizer place too. That's cool. Hand sanitizer and bourbon, made by the same outfit. Yeah, I saw an article about a company doing just that. You know, they're making hand sanitizer and giving it away because they're a distillery and they make good quality alcohol. Maybe it's the same place. Oop, is Aja going live stream now? Well, I've been on over an hour, so I might as well get off anyway. Yeah, I wouldn't mind buying land in New Mexico too. But I gotta get rid of my Californicator land first. Oh, video.
Has Aja done live streams?
Not in a long, long, long time.
Oh, I didn't think she was doing them.
Yeah, hers are more the party stuff when she does those. Yeah, yeah. Get your butts out of here. Yeah, Kim, I gotta sell my property first before I do anything. I want to have cash on hand before I go roaming around looking again. And then if I find something I can just buy it, pay cash, get a better deal, be done with it. Yeah, they're looking for property, but they're gonna want to have a whole bunch of people, so they want to have a big chunk of ground to
Yeah.
do
Well,
that.
they're going to be looking for land for
Yeah.
a long time. It keeps those donations coming in, you know?
Yep, there's that too. Something near on water is what I want next. Something that has, if I'm on a big lake or stream, river, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's got to have water. Tony's ready to go to New
Uh-huh.
Mexico.
Well, come on down here then. Head to New Mexico. Well, I might have to go through New Mexico to get home. Maybe not.
You
Depends on
also
where I
have
go.
some gold panning or gold uh, stuff over there too, don't you, Kim? Yeah, Mike. That's what I was thinking too. When everybody's sitting home and has nothing to do, this is when you want to have these live streams. I told Lori she should do
Yeah, but I'm too shy.
it. I'm shy too, right, Mike? Yeah, I hear you, Linus. Yeah, that's what I thought, Kim. I was stationed in Albuquerque for 2 summers uh, on fire detail and got to spend a lot of time roaming around those places. And I went through Truth or Consequences a couple, 4 or 5 times, headed back up into fires, and then coming south into Albuquerque. Yeah, Lioness, I'm the same way.
Yeah, it takes me a while to get comfortable with people face to face.
Yep. Hell, I might be even open to buying a barge on the Mississippi River and turning it into a house. I mean, you could put a greenhouse on it. You could put.
Yeah. Oh, one year I was looking for a vacation. I was looking to rent a houseboat, to go down the Mississippi.
Yeah.
But my kid didn't want to do it.
See, and that's one of them things I still want to do. I want to be able to float the Mississippi from the top to the bottom. Yeah, Linus, that's a chunk of what mine is too.
Well, I know that's mine for sure.
Just don't trust people. You just stick your nose out just so far, and when it gets whacked off, you know never to stick it out that far again. Oh man, there you go, Zero. Yeah, Lioness, that's kind of what I do. You too, Sunny Shines. Take care.
Bye.
I had 2 buses, Zero, and I loved them. Yeah, schoolies are a kick in the pants. they're also one of the safest rigs on the road as far as I'm concerned. Oh, look at that lizard right there.
Yeah.
He's got himself a long tail. You see a lot of really long tail lizards out here.
Yeah.
There mustn't be that many predators in the area. Well, at least it's breezy. Hopefully it'll stay that way. What's the temp doing? 91 inside, 85 outside. Nah, that was a lizard. Shady lady. All right. Let's see, how long's it been? It's been long enough.
You get bored already.
Hey, Angela, we're doing good. Getting a little warm. Shuttle buses are another nice one.
I want a box fan.
Yeah, Lori wants a box van. And she's going to paint it pink.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely, my brain's starting to go. 72. Yeah, it is very peaceful here. No, it's only 10:22 0. See you later, Marshall.
Bye, Marshall.
Lori's Way is the name of her channel. LORRIES Way.
It's RR.
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 All right. See you later, Monroe. Have fun with the grandkids.
Yeah, I'd like to see my grandkids. I'd like to go home this summer. But I don't know. It's been 2 years now since I've seen them. The youngest one, she won't even recognize me.
Yeah. That sounds like a good one, Debbie.
What do you mean at Lori's FaceTime?
Oh, I don't know. I'm laughing at the Dr. Pepper. Sorry. 10, 2, and 4. No, Lori's Way. Okay, Kimmy. Have fun. LORRIES Way.
I just commented this way, so
Yeah.
I can see it.
I know. Yeah, you're Mike. You're right, Mike. There's definitely, you'll find a group of your own weirdos. Somehow it ends up gravitating that way.
Yeah, I FaceTime with the grandkids, and I always end up looking up at the ceiling, because the little one always carries the phone around, and it's always I don't ever see her face, I see the ceiling.
Yep, those are her legs. Yes, correct, lioness. One of the reasons why I like camping around her. I get to see skin. YouTube Weirdos channel. Uh, you do know there's like what, 2 or 3 million YouTube
Well,
channels.
I thought we were called the bottom of YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. We are. We're called the bottom of YouTube. That's our grouping. BYOT or something like that. BOYT. Bottom of YouTube. It cracks me up. Well, haven't heard the planes doing anything this Saturday. Normally there's a lot of military craft coming and going. Can't get your 38 footer out there? Why? Is it a boat? See you later, Kimmy. Bit tube and bit shoot. Huh. We're in Craigie Wash, Arizona. It's at the very, very north end of the Lake Havasu City Airport runway. So if you go to Google Earth or whatever it is, maps, you can find it.
And it's only 85 degrees right now at 10:30.
Yeah.
Supposed to get up to 99.
Yeah, I know. I'm already getting warm, damn it.
Yeah, I can feel the heat. Oh, 102 tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Then 100, 102.
It says it's
104.
It says 91 in here and 85 underneath. So my thermometer underneath the van is accurate to what your forecasting is saying.
104 Wednesday.
All right, Mike, you too. Say hi to the family. No, Fiddlefoot, I haven't done
Hi,
any
Mikey.
fishing. And another one's gone.
Camo Day approved YouTube channel.
Hey, Captain Jack. Can't wait to actually see you, Mike.
Yeah, get your ass out here.
We need more giggling and breakfast.
Yeah. As long as it's not too early. Well, that's all right. I get up early now to enjoy the cool weather. So you can bring me breakfast at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning now, Mike. So get out here.
Angela, the van is running to the point where I don't want to run it anymore. Otherwise, I'm going to blow the motor up, I think, and make it worse than it is. So I'm going to end up towing it home. I'm going to get a U-Haul trailer or a U-Haul dolly and a U-Haul pickup, and I'm going to tow it home. Yep. I can't do the mechanical work that I need to do to it out here because it's going to take me a while. I have to pull the whole bottom of the motor out and probably have to pull the head. I basically have to take the whole damn motor apart again. Blue vanless man. Yeah. Well, Linus, you know, I'm the only one that's actually done any of the real work on it. You know, I had the mechanicals done by a shop, and then I brought all the parts home and I did all the work. And I know I can do it, um, but I'm also at the stage where I'm thinking about just scrapping my slant six and putting a 318 in here, and that's a V motor, so they run better, they run smoother, has about the same amount of power. Well, it has more power, but has about the same amount of torque as my motor does now that I built in here. So it doesn't give me a huge power gain, but reliability wise and smoothness, etc., that's all in there. And the fact that a lot of the internals in a V motor, uh, you don't have to adjust hardly a damn thing in them. Whereas I have to adjust the valves on this van um, about twice a year. Hey, Zero, if the guy was willing to work with me and work on this, I'd tow myself over to Kansas. It cost me about $350 to tow it over there, probably, plus gas.
Well, hell, if you were going that way, then I could head home and I could tow it with my van.
Yeah, 318s are, I think, if I remember correctly, all I have to do is move one motor mount, and they basically drop right in. You could you could order these with 318s in them. Yeah, I've had a lot of people listen to it, including some of the guys on my Slant 6 group, and a couple of them can't figure out what it is, and a couple of them have said what I think it is. So instead of trying to, there's so many people, just drive it till it blows. Yeah, well, it's either that or stop now before any total damages, are done, and then there's still a viable motor here. I could turn around and sell it to somebody if I put a 318 in it. Oop, here comes some, what do you call it? Side by sides,
Yeah.
four wheelers, whatever.
ATVs.
ATVs.
Didn't everybody used to call them ATVs before?
Yeah.
Now they're side by sides or.
Yeah, I know. OHVs.
Yeah.
Or ORVs, off-road vehicles, whatever the hell they call them. Oh, they're Jeeps. Well, there's two anyway. There's a side by side. Wonder if these guys have any idea where they're going. Yeah. I even thought about talking to Badge and towing myself all the way up to him.
Oh, jeez.
That'd be fun. Spend 3 or 4 months up there with Badge. He'd love that for sure. I wouldn't do that to Badge. Yeah, that's where they're going right now. Up that way, it's pretty much a dead end. Yep. They finally got up to the dead end side and they're turning back around. So this one decided to wait. Yeah. Yeah, the noise ain't that bad, Dave. I mean, you've been sitting here watching this boring video, and anybody that has, there's been one vehicle or two in the last since we've been on,
Yeah.
and now these guys. This is 10:36, so yeah, ice and beer. But see, Lori can do that now. She's got the bike.
Yeah, I do ice runs.
Yep, and beer runs. Actually, Linus, I think there's one of the pizza outfits in town delivers out here, if I remember right. I'll have to look into that. I ought to give them all a call and see. You guys deliver at Crakey?
Bring a bag of ice with you too.
Hey, Margie. Yeah, I'll have them bring a bag of ice too. I had to do a live stream in the morning because of your live stream last night, Margie.
Yeah, Margie.
Brat. Nah, DoorDash could find me easy. I'm the only one over here on this side when you come into the campground or camping area. Not to mention I'm kind of a standoutish color. One guy made a comment on your video about me standing out. He's, yeah, we can see you from the highway. Craigie Wash.
Yeah, I think everybody in town would know Craigie Wash. So.
Yep, it's one of them things that everybody knows. You know, there's been people coming in and out of this place for
mile marker 1.
Ever.
I think this is mile marker 1.
Yep.
1 mile on the road.
Yep. We're pretty much at the beginning of what they list as the camping area. So. Captain Jack, I think it was here. You were on for 3 hours, huh, Margie? Wow. Fourth rock on the left.
No, your address is number 3. You got those 3 little rock formations out there
I got
now.
3 rock formations out there. Yeah, my van definitely stands out, so it's not hard to spot. I think the space station can see me. I think Skadden Wash is farther out than we are. Yeah, I know, huh, Margie? Even when I try to hide, I can't.
For Skadden Wash down in Quartzsite, that was, well, I rode my bike from where we camped. It was 7 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, and from here, well, it depends on which pizza place delivered it. It could be that far.
Oh, yeah, because it's like 8 miles into town.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Howdy, New Orleans. On the Mississippi River. That's where I want to be, Jeff. On the river.
Yeah, me too.
In my van.
In my floaty.
Yeah.
My floaty. Or right in my town, you know, a few blocks away, rent a paddleboard or a kayak or something. Or right into the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right from my parents' house, just a block behind them, there's the river.
Nice. They ever get flooded out?
Nope, they're just raised enough.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I think they're in the no flood zone.
Nice.
But another block, and then that's gotten flooded a block away.
Yeah. Oh, I know, Margie. Campsite by a river. That's why I was thinking going back to Ehrenberg.
But Edinburgh's hotter than here.
Who cares? You're on the river. You can go jump in the
I
lake.
know. Well, Deb and Chris are still down there.
Yeah.
Jeremy's there too.
Oh, yeah. Lioness. Yep, shade trees by the river. And a place to stick your feet in.
Place to hang a hammock. Yeah, I
Oh,
would
yeah.
love trees by a river with a hammock.
Yep.
Because I've got a couple hammocks that I haven't used.
Working on a towboat. Way cool. I hear you, Margie. I would like to be in a green area again. Oh, so you're the captain on the towboat. Cool. Well, when I get ready to continue my journey, because one of my goals is to float from the top to the bottom of the Mississippi, I'll have to stay in touch with you, Jeff. Come here, do that again. Come, come, come. Land you. I'm on the warpath trying to get flies right now. They seem to like the back of my TV. Danny. Yeah, satellite TV is no big deal for out here. Well, you could sell $2 bags of ice all day. If you were around enough people, that is. I know a guy who wants to put an ice cream truck out here. He wants to have a soft serve ice cream out here.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad had a project idea. He bought the van, a step van, and he was gonna do a bunch of stuff. He had a cotton candy machine,
Yeah.
but you know, like all his projects, it never got finished. But he kept that cotton candy machine around for a while. And you just go in the garage and pour the sugar in there, and we'd make garbage bags full of cotton candy.
Yeah, I would love to have a houseboat, Margie. Yeah, I bake banana bread in my solar ovens all the time. The refinery caught fire. Yeah, that would definitely not be fun. I work with aluminum cans on a regular basis, Linus. Speaking of which, I don't know. It's only 10:46.
You still got over 100 watching, so.
Yeah, no, this is weird. What's
When
wrong
it
with
goes
you?
below 100, then you should get off.
What's wrong with you people? You must be weirdos.
Hi, Doug.
Oh, hey, Doug.
Are you out of the hospital now?
Yeah. Debs. Yeah, I gotta wait till afternoon before I can start working with aluminum cans. That's about it for me. Ah, fourth beer already. He's ahead of me.
Well, it looks like I get no work done today. It's too late to start now. I was going to tear that tent down.
Ah, you got one, huh? Tennessee, what it cost you to get it delivered? Buy it and delivered. I was just curious what they're going for now. We were selling ours for like $200 a tube.
Jeez, Doug. I hope that gets better. Hope they get rid of that infection.
Holy crap, Doug. Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna have to wait till it gets cooler again.
Probably like.
She threatened to do that yesterday by taking it down this morning, and then she ended up
I got
over
busy
here.
talking with you, and then
Yeah.
you got the live stream going.
I know.
So now it's too late to do it today. I could do it at 8 o'clock tonight when it's cooled off.
Doug says, you have beer, I get morphine. Holy crap. I have a hard enough time just being creative and what am I going to do today? I don't know. Wait for noon and start drinking, I guess. 170 delivered through Amazon, came with a tray, huh? Cool. Hey, Benson Speed Shop. The tray, does it just slide right in and sit on the bottom? 10 to 2 there, yeah. Yeah, Debs, I do that all the time. Oh, Christ almighty, Jeff. It's night over where you're at, Black Wolf. Ten to 2 where Terry's at. Yeah. 10 to 11 here. Jesus.
Oh, Doug, I'm sorry you're going through that.
Really? That's not cool. Yeah, I thought about getting back into the business of making them. But I pretty much need to have a partner that can help me with a few things. The very first one I put together, I just used aluminum foil and the stuff that it turns out, years and years later, we used to insulate the windows of our vans. This bubble wrap shit, aluminum stuff. That worked just as good too. And then I started creating the design for a way to carry them and make it easy. I'd love to have all the pieces laser cut in a shop for me. Hey Linus, there's a lot of people that say I should be doing voiceover work. Can you get me into that? Oh, we got to make a recording booth of some sort. Yep. Well, if I shut the door in my van, it's a recording booth. Hi. JB. Craigie Wash, Arizona.
Been here for over 2 months now.
Two months. Really? I haven't. Have I? I don't know how long I've been here. Yeah, you'd be surprised how quiet this place is, Deb. I mean, Linus. Hi, Kristen. Kitty. Howdy, neighbor.
Well, the Rangers don't go through here anymore, so
Yeah, I haven't seen a ranger come through in
it's almost 2 weeks now.
at least, yeah.
Yeah. They were just
Hey,
called
Backroads.
domestic or something.
Yeah, they came in because of some a camp. I think somebody said a camper up the road was asserting their authority and that they camped here for so long that get out of my area or do this or do that.
Yeah.
And so it escalated. Thanks, Joan. Still in Florida. Well, good luck getting back on the road. Yeah, Lioness, I think I could. Oh, I don't care if the Rangers are listening. They know. The Ranger that was last one I saw that came in, he waves at me, and then when he went out this last time, we were kind of wondering what the hell was going on because there was a state patrol car, sheriff's cars, and Rangers pickups. All this was going on, and then a fire truck came in, and this was all that early in that one morning. And the last guy to come out was the ranger that always waves at me, and I stand up, I'm looking at him, he gives me this big smile and a thumbs up as he drives out, like it's all cool. You know, we got it covered. And I've seen that guy here. I think all 3 years that I've been here, that I've camped here, I've seen that ranger. So he knows my van. You know, it's kind of obvious. What you know that everybody says, well, you know, hell, they drive by and they don't know you've been here 14 days. And then you look all over the place to go, yeah, okay, so you technically could move 50 feet away in your white van, and when they come through the next time, it looks like another white van there, so they don't actually, unless they drive through and take everybody's name down, they're going to go, yeah. But they see my van from, 5 miles away, and they go, okay, I saw him on this Friday. If he's still here 2 Fridays from now, boom. Don't even have to count. Just look.
All right, I gotta move over to the other side.
Oh.
Your shelf is in the way and I can't get in the
Get
shade.
close to the shade, yeah. Yeah, I've never had any real problems with law enforcement. And what's a trip is this van, and all the years that I've been driving it, 23 years, something like that, I've only been pulled over one time, and that was a local sheriff, a new kid, who told me that he didn't see my license plate on the front of the van, even though in California you don't need one. And I told him, I said, well, you know, if you actually had looked closer, you'd realize there ain't even a front bumper on this thing. And that's when he looks down, you know, looks around and goes, oh yeah, okay, well, have a good day. But in all the driving and all the miles and all the places I've taken this thing, I have no speedometer and no odometer. So I don't know how many actual miles I've driven. And the only way I know speed limit anymore is I now use my phone as a speedometer. Lioness. No, so there was just no shade over there. There. There's her legs again. Yeah, Rat Pack, I know, I'm the same way. Um, yeah, back roads, I am. I have a feeling it's, one, I'm pretty sure the head gasket is going, because when I dropped the oil the other day, I found a tiny amount of what looked like antifreeze water down in it. It was a very tiny amount, but it was there. And let's see, the conclusion I'm coming to, the oil pressure's fine on everything, the valves are all tight, or they're where they're supposed to be, all everything oiling, blah blah blah, and new fuel pump. I've been hearing a tinging noise in the water pump, but no, the sound I'm hearing is to me is coming from down low, and that means dropping the pan, looking for a wrist pin, and checking bearings. I didn't see any metal in the when I drained the oil, nothing on the plug, etc., etc. And so there's either a wrist pin going, or there is it could be a main bearing, rod bearing. I don't know rod. Although I have, you know, almost 60 pounds, or yeah, almost 80 pounds oil pressure. No, 60, almost 60 pounds oil pressure, except when it's hot and I'm at idle, you know, like come in drive at a light, it'll drop down to about 28 pounds of pressure. So that kind of leads me to believe that it could be a rod bearing too. But until I actually take it apart, I won't know, and I can't take it apart out here. Hey, Goldie from Jack's, Florida. That's a long time, Doug. Unreal. Yeah. I sure hope you get to hang on to it for a while longer, bud.
Yeah, for a lot
God.
longer.
Hey, F472. How's Jack's, Florida? Wherever the heck that is.
Would be that Jacksonville?
Yeah, Benson's. That's sort of the conclusion I've come to. And so I just checked with U-Haul, and pickup and dolly are going to cost me about $240 plus whatever gas I got to put in it, you know. but I'll be able to tow it back home. Kristen, I haven't found a place yet to get it fixed because of what it is. This is not today's motors, and it hasn't been for, I don't know, 30, 40 years now. I don't remember when they stopped making these motors. So there's very few people that know how to work on them. You know, when you pull into a shop and they plug a thing in, and you can go plug a thing in at home and it tells you what's wrong with your rig. There's the only thing you could plug in my rig is a cigarette lighter. Hey, Delbert. Yeah, it's quiet everywhere. Yeah, they're giving me Benson Speed Shop. They're giving me 843 miles and 4 days. So there's to me that's kick ass because then I get to at least drive back in a newer pickup with possible cruise control and air conditioning, etc. Hey, Backroads, ask what area and if you can have him get a hold of me. You know, if there is one in this area, because I'd tow it over to the guy's place if he's willing to work with me. And as to my situation, I am living in this thing, so late '80s, yeah, that's what I was thinking, Benson's. Yeah, I definitely have been trying to keep it this way. Um, one of the one of the reasons why I'm inclined more to find a mechanic and have that I can work with and rebuild it is because of what it is. And to keep it out here on the road, I need to finish it. And I've never had the money to finish it. And I need a new pumpkin in the rear end. I'm running 355 rear end, and doing 65 and 75 on the highway is not good for slant six. And with a higher highway gearing, that would cut that way down. So that's why I've kind of tried to keep it. And I'm hoping, as frustrating since I was the one that put it all together, and I'm in no way a top notch mechanic in any way, shape, or form. I did a lot of reading, a lot of talking to guys on sites and stuff, plus the common sense of all the stuff that I did know from having built other motors in the past. So I was able to put it together, but I also know that I wasn't able to finish it top notch. So I'd love to be able to afford to do that, bring it back to what it should be, what it was. Two left at the shop. One with a 64 and a 4-speed. Yeah. This one, when I first brought this home, and for about the first 3 years I drove it before I did all the build work and stuff. Um, this had a 3 on the tree. I don't remember what tranny it was, but I took it out and I found a 727, and I took it and had it completely gone through and a shift kit put in it, and then had a new drive line built, etc. This thing gets a lot of compliments out on the road. Just about every day that I'm out, somebody will give me a thumbs up, or somebody at a gas station will ask me about it, or come walking up and say, my grandfather, or my uncle, or my cousin. Somebody has a story about this van from their past. Yeah, 323s. That's what I was thinking too. It's just this is the 8 3/4 Dodge uh, rear end. So all I got to do is pull the pumpkin and switch it out. Oh, my 727, behind, I mean, it was built for V8s, and I'm running a slant six in front of it. Ain't no way that thing's gonna ever break. I've downshifted this thing into second gear at 60 miles an hour, and then punch it and run it up to 75, and then shift it into drive. Well, if he has a story about this van, I've never seen it, nor have I been in it. Yeah, my mom and dad had a 69 Volkswagen window van. Yeah, let's see, I've had a 65, I'd had a 67, I had a 67 five window pickup that I got rid of a couple of years ago. I sold because I didn't, as much as I didn't want to. It was just time. I'd held on to it for, I don't know, 15 plus years, and I knew I was never going to get around to working on it, so I let that go. I think there's people that have put a 440 in these. These can, December of 72. Um, what was I saying here? Yeah, there's, I can put, um, fuel injection on this. I need to put a set of headers. There's a guy that's built a set of cast iron headers that you can powder coat, and they're tuned for the slant six. I want a set of those. I got to get a better fuel system. Probably get another radiator, have another one built. Go to a 3 core. Yeah, pneumatic rat pat. Damn, that would have been sweet. Because I really would like a diesel. I think that would be just kick ass to put a diesel in this thing. But that would involve redoing all the suspension and everything. Those things are pretty heavy. As it is now, I want to get all the suspension rebuilt. Yeah, Bob's never done a story on my van. Carolyn has, Seven has, and Living Free Mikey has. Um, a pneumatic rat pack. The radiator I have in here is FSR aluminum radiator. I don't know if you're familiar with those people. And I called them, and they had never made one for these vans ever. So yeah, I did say Mikey. Isn't that who it is?
Living free Mikey.
Yeah, Living Free Mikey. And they custom built the radiator for me and shipped it to me. And I ended up telling the Slant Six and the groups that I belong to, the van groups, that the Dodge van groups, about it, and those guys sold a whole bunch more of these radiators. And a year after I got it from them, the radiator, the bottom of the radiator, just came apart. So I got a hold of them, called them, took pictures and everything, and then I shipped it back to them. And they checked it, and they found out it was something in the aluminum when they made it. So they made me a brand new, up to date, because they'd already built quite a few more of them because of and they were just happy as hell that I had. And they did all that for nothing. Sent me a new radiator. Yeah, I want to put Doug Dutra's on as opposed to a Clifford header. Yeah, Tennessee Fiddlefoot. You're pretty much right there. FSR is in Tennessee, I believe. They they build radiators for race cars and stuff like that. They're pretty well known, as far as I know. Hey, Phil. Good, 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 good. Tell Lori watch your YouTube in spare time. It's under my name for now. Rebecca Nostrand. That's what it's under? Okay. Yeah, I know. They did. I was very impressed because that radiator cost me like $440. And that was, I don't know, 10 years ago. Kristen. Well, it could have been that the first time I met Bob was at the Walmart in Parker, Arizona. I think, yeah, Parker. And I was looking at trying to get a phone because I hadn't had one, and my kids said, "Dad, this checking in every 2 months with your laptop isn't cutting it. We want to know where you're at a little more often." So I was looking for a phone, and on the other side of the counter at the electronics department, there goes Bob. And I happened to see him, and I went, "Hey, Bob." And he looked over at me, and I walked around the corner, put my hand out. "You're Bob Wells, right?" And he says, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I'm Dan, and I just wanted to shake your hand and say that I've met you, and now I don't ever have to see you again." And I turned around and walked away. When I got to the other side of the counter, I glanced up, and he was still looking at me with this quizzical face, I know I just stunned him. Gilbert, if I had the money, I'd do something like that again. Yeah, up to Lapine. Well, the problem is I would also have to be able to pay a mechanic to do all that work for me. I could only assist. Oh yeah, actually I did. I've seen Bob a couple other times since. One of them was I think 2 years ago at the what was Bob's thing called?
The RTR?
Yeah, at the RTR. One of his seminars, he wanted me to show off the solar oven. And I went, "Okay." And I got in the line, and it looked like about an hour and a half line of people demonstrating all their stuff. So I just went, hell with this, and never did it again. So I haven't, other than in passing, driving by, I've seen him on his, in his rig driving past a couple of different places, but no, I have no reason to really, you know. No, Terry, it's not up and running yet. Okay, Jeff, you too. Be safe out there. Don't drink the water. Hey, Robert from Ohio.
Hey, Robert.
All right, Susan and Karen, bye. Hey, Mike, no. Yes, I do think about those kind of things. I'd be an idiot not to.
Yeah, because you just mentioned it yesterday.
Yeah. But I also, I also have a plan and a goal, and I've had it for 23 years now, and I'm, just almost I can, I'm planning it, and it's frustrating. The rest of the van's holding up great. uh, Rat Pack. I'm not an ex mechanic, but I can guide a mechanic through everything about this rig. 4 years ago, I changed the head gasket in my sister's snooty homeowners associated garage in Orange, California. Thank you, Terry. And so I've. It's not the fact that I can't. I don't know what I'm doing. It's more the fact that my body says, "Fuck off." You're not going to do that. uh, I'm going to tow it home, Mike, more than likely, unless I can tow it someplace where I can find a mechanic willing to work on it, that knows how to work on these. And, hopefully I can rebuild it for, whatever's broke on it for under $500, which would be pushing it. Yeah, my homeowners association has not been that bad to me at all. So yeah, I hear you, Rack Pack. The brain still works, but the body says, "Oh, whoa, horsey."
What do you mean your brain still works?
Yeah, that's true. It comes and goes. Farts a lot too. Oh, the plan for years. I have the other van. I don't know if you're aware of that, Mike, but I have another one of these vans, and it's completely empty. It's gutted, and so it's just the shell. The only thing still in it is the steering wheel and the gas tank. And and it's an A100. This is an A108, so this is 18 inches longer than that one. And I want to take everything that's in this van, this space right here, and put it in the trailer, and then put a fridge in there, oven, all that stuff, um, and probably a compost toilet or a whatever, some version of a nice toilet of some sort. And that'll carry like a tent for showers, etc. I'll probably put a hot water tube on top, plus double the solar panels, and then this will be my you know park, and this will be my quote unquote man cave. There'll be another cooler in here. It'll have the same solar. but it'll be more open. I have a couple of chairs so that you can go sightsee in it or run to town or something, you know. And then I'll be towing the other one. No, it has no parts left on it other than the steering box, which when I get back, I'll probably um, continue on with that project. I got to take the steering box off of that one and ship it to Michigan, I think, or Minnesota to have it rebuilt. Yeah, the other van, they'll all be painted the same way. They'll all be lit up the same way. They'll have the same tires and wheels, fancy tires and wheels on it. All of that. No, I don't want to cut the front end off, Mike. I do not want to take that van apart like that. It's going to stay a four-wheel trailer. Yeah, there you go, Linus. Yeah, if I could, I was about a month away. I missed it by a month buying an 8-door years ago. God, I wanted that thing so bad. Uh, yeah, Kimmy, that sounds all there. Have chop shop friend in my neighborhood or repair shops. Uh, yeah, the trailer will have a permanent hitch and it'll have an extend a hitch so that when I'm traveling, I can suck the rear van up closer to this van for the wind. And then when I get into towns and cities where you're going to do some turning, you extend the hitch and you get a turning radius. You can almost turn around in the same street. But yeah, that's been my goal. I've been planning that for 20 years now. And that way I want to be able to travel around and it'll be one of a kind. And I end up destroying Lori's van. Yeah, the vans were everywhere. Um, uh, People like AT&T and T and the power companies, and this one had when I got it, it still had a rack on top of it, and it was turns out an electrician's van. And I found right above my the driver's visor, windshield visor, windshield visor. I flipped it down, and on it it said "Poverty Electric." And come to find out that the van had spent its working and most of its life working out of Chico, about 40 miles from where I was, or 23, or whatever. And there's a company over there called Pioneer Electric. So one of the people working for the company had put Poverty Electric on it. Yeah, Linus, that sounds cool. Yeah, I've been through Lapine, Oregon a bazillion times. Nomadic rat pack. Spent a lot of time. One winter, I peed right in the middle of Lapine and during a blizzard. I did. I was so far ahead of traffic that I drove a truck trailer, and the way we loaded it was aluminum, and that thing was like a mountain goat on snow. And so I blew past like 2 miles of traffic We were the only things on the road. Nothing had been coming out of Klamath Falls headed north. And so get out to Lapine and lights are still on, but there's nothing moving. There's nobody out, nothing. So I just came to a stop right in the middle of the road, got down, took a leak, got back up, and away I went. I made it down to K Falls, this restaurant we usually stopped at. So I'm sitting there in the parking lot. I've already had a meal. I've been there an hour and a half, and here come the first rigs. And I sat there and I watched a line of about 85 vehicles just go by at about 20 miles an hour. I don't need another one right now, Rat Pack. Okay, Rebecca or Goldie, take care. Yeah, that was back in the early 80s, I believe. Could have been late 70s. Holy cow, more traffic.
Yeah, I am. I'm getting hot now.
Yeah, I
I'm
bet.
thinking I'm going back home to my van to get in the shade.
Yeah, I got to turn the fan on. Let me see what the temps are showing. 96 in here and 88 out there. And you're in the sun, so it's way hotter. So, all right, everybody. She not a shady lady. Thanks for joining in. Holy cow, 2 hours and 17 minutes.
Wow, I think that's your longest live stream, huh?
Oh, by far.
Because you only like to go an hour.
Yeah. Later.
Bye, everybody.